Tonight, NWA On Fire and the Hope Association bring to you a Valentine Vendetta at the Rumford Armory in Rumford, Maine. Brian Fury will make his first defense as new NWA On Fire Heavyweight Champion, plus a tag team turmoil tournament between the Hoods, the Minutemen, Capital Punishment, and a mystery team, with the winner facing the NWA On Fire Tag Team Champions, the Shooting Stars. And the main event, in a battle of the Titans, WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas takes on 7-foot-plus Giant Pharaoh. That's tonight at 7 p.m. at the Rumford Armory in Rumford, Maine. Be there.
Tommy, can you believe what happened last week?
I can't, bro. I can't.
Again, we were cheated. We had the titles. You gotta be freaking kidding me.
You know what, Devin? It makes me sick how the Hoods went and stuck their nose in our business again. You know what? This isn't the first time we crossed paths, Chris Pyro and Davey Cash. We've had our battles up and down the East Coast.
You know something, Tommy?
What,
no more. Things have got to change. And I think that we should be the change that we want to see in the NWA On Fire. You know something, Hoods? We're putting you on notice. Come February, your time is up. Tick tock.
Hope you're watching at home.
Hello and welcome, wrestling fans, to another edition of NWA Wrestling On Fire. As always, I'm your host, AJ Savoldi, coming to you from inside of NWA Wrestling On Fire Studios. And fans, how about that message there from the Minutemen to the Hoods? It looks like the Minutemen are just simply tired of the Hoods action. The Hoods come back to the NWA On Fire organization and completely run amok, as last week their involvement with that four-way tag team match where the titles were on the line. The Minutemen had the advantage in the match even at one point when the Hoods decide to show their face and come into the ring and completely crush them over the skulls with steel chairs. The Hoods completely eliminating any chance the Minutemen had on walking away with those NWA On Fire tag team titles. Once again, the NWA On Fire tag team division is in array, and who knows what's going to come of it. As we saw the epic demise of Funky Fahrenheit and Jivin' Jimmy when they completely turned on each other. Well, Funky Fahrenheit decided to turn on Jivin' Jimmy and hit him over the head with one of the tag team title belts. What was that about? Does Funky Fahrenheit have some, secret mission to embark on singles competition? We're going to find that out and much, much more. But fans, don't miss your opportunity to see the NWA On Fire superstars in the tag team division taking on each other. February 11th, we're going to be at the Rumford Armory in Rumford, Maine, 7 p.m. The tag team titles will be on the line. We're going to see that and much, much more, but what a show we have in store for you today, fans. We're going to be seeing NWA On Fire superstars such as Mark Shurman. We're going to be seeing a classic match, and to top it off, our main event, the East Coast Cowboy looking to take on Heart Attack Tommy Mack, who has been running his mouth as of late on the East Coast Cowboy, and the East Coast Cowboy is saying, you know what, I'm going to finally just shut you up, and that's going to be the end of that. But fans, we're going to take you now to Mark Shurman, who's going to be taking on Pat Mathews. Let's go to all the action.
Thank you, AJ Savoldi, and welcome to another week of NWA On Fire action here in Mexico, Maine. And here comes Pat Mathews, Tommy.
Pat Mathews been with NWA On Fire for a while now, and I tell you, every time he steps into that ring, he knows what he's doing.
I thought Pat Mathews for a little while was be forming a tag team with Scotty Slade, but once Slade lost his mind, Mathews was on his own, and because of that, he's in singles competition tonight. And, despite Pat Mathews getting in the ring, I can't wait to see him. I have a question for you, Tommy.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Did you actually help the Shooting Stars retain their tag team titles? All the controversy.
No, I didn't help the Shooting Stars. I helped professional wrestling. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. The way they took the belt was wrong, and what happened to them that night was wrong.
Well, I'm
man enough to step up, come to the plate, and do the right thing. Unlike yourself.
Oh, whoa, don't make
Unlike
speculation.
yourself, Johnny.
Tommy, don't make any speculation, but I'll give you a sure thing, and it's this young man, Mark Shurman. Here it is on the Facebook and Twitter. You can find more about NWA On Fire. Find out on Facebook at Wrestling On Fire, on Twitter at NWA On Fire. And I'm sure you audiences will be talking about Mark Shurman. Shurman's got the size, he's got the look, he's got the intensity. Can he get the job done against a veteran here in On Fire and Pat Mathews?
Well, he's going to face some pretty stiff competition with NWA On Fire, I'll tell you that. This is not going to be a walk in the park or a piece of cake. Now, you take a look at Mathews. He might think he's going to have a piece of cake in here, but I'll tell you what, I think it might be a little bit more than he can really chew.
That's a big man you're going to be messing with. Mark Shurman is a big man.
Well, the old adage, the bigger you are, the longer it takes you to hit the canvas.
Or as they also say, that's a good one. I also appreciate this one as well. It doesn't matter what size you are standing up, you're the same size when you're on the ground.
Absolutely.
So here we go. It's going to be a battle between Shurman and Mathews to kick off this week's edition of NWA On Fire. Again, last week's main event is still being talked about throughout social media, throughout all the fans up here in Maine.
Come on, let's get to it. You see, actions like that really turn me off.
Look, if Mark Shurman showing up to the public, I can understand that. This is a wrestling contest.
How can he show up? He hasn't shown him anything yet. He hasn't shown me anything yet.
Well, he's got a long way to go. Shurman is sure thing, as he likes to call him. I heard him talk to a lot of the wrestlers in the locker room earlier on today. Let me tell you, he really believes in his heart of hearts he's a sure thing, Tommy. But on the other side of things, Pat Mathews also has a lot to prove, and a lot of people say he was a tag team specialist. Can he get it done in the singles ranks tonight?
Well, let's see what happens here.
Shurman ducking the collar and elbow, still showboating to the crowd. Mathews!
Oh! I tell you what, they got him another one!
Make that a pair of hip tosses. Mathews now taking him over with an arm drag. Nice takeover, series of arm takeovers.
Look at this, up and down. Oh, he's not going to sit right for a week.
All right on his sure things. Let me tell you, folks, we'll be right back.
Tonight, NWA On Fire and the Hope Association bring to you a Valentine Vendetta at the Rumford Armory in Rumford, Maine. Brian Fury will make his first defense as new NWA On Fire heavyweight champion, plus a tag team turmoil tournament between the Hoods, the Minutemen, Capital Punishment, and a mystery team, with the winner facing the NWA On Fire tag team champions, the Shooting Stars, and the main event in a battle of the Titans. WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas takes on 7-foot-plus Giant Pharaoh. That's tonight at 7 p.m. at the Rumford Armory in Rumford, Maine. Be there!
When you've got a serious leak, it's time to call for help. It's time for Leak Ender 2000. It fixes any leak and fixes it fast. No matter what kind of leak you have, just spray it with Leak Ender 2000. And in minutes, the leak is sealed. Look, we'll take this garden hose and cut it with a knife. Now we'll shut off the water, spray on Leak Ender 2000, and minutes later the hose is as good as new. The cut is sealed completely. Here's the secret. Leak Ender 2000 is a specially formulated liquid rubber compound that completely fills any crack or separation as it hardens, sealing it tight. Why put up with gushing gutters, dripping drains, wet windowsills, and rain-soaked RVs? Leak Ender 2000 stops all those leaks with just a simple spray.
Leak Ender 2000 is great. I just spray it on and no more leak. I don't know what I would do without it.
Leaky appliances can drive you crazy, but just spray on Leak Ender 2000 and they're as good as new. And what about those foundation cracks? They let water in, even bugs. But Leak Ender 2000 can seal it up in no time. It can even fix air leaks. Just a quick spray and it's sealed up tight. Leak Ender 2000 stops leaks in metal, wood, cement, brick, baked enamel, just about anything. Why spend a fortune on costly repairs and replacements? Just spray those leaks away with Leak Ender 2000. It's yours for only $14.95, and it's guaranteed to work or your money back. But wait, order now and we'll double your order at no extra charge. You'll get this huge giant-sized can, good for hundreds of jobs, for only $14.95. So have your credit card ready and call Call now.
To order Leak Ender 2000, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-438-5599 or send check or money order for $14.95 plus $5.95 shipping to Leak Ender 2000, P.O. Box 3700, Palm Desert, California. Call 1-800-438-5599.
NWA On Fire brings to you a release of a Christmas slang featuring the most hellacious barbed wire match ever between Julian Starr and Brian Fury. Other bouts include Scotty Slade vs. Sebastian Cruz, Jason Doloff vs. Giant Pharaoh, and the fatal four-way match for the NWA On Fire Tag Team Championship. Log on to www.nwaonfire.com. Once again, the only way to see this match is by buying the DVD at www.nwaonfire.com.
That equation, Tommy.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry. Everybody out there in NWA land, they see what happened and they know you were wrong. You were wrong.
Well, you know, I'll be the bigger man and say on last week's show, you were the right man. You were the better man last week.
That's the only way to go. You got to be fair no matter what side.
Well, I told you there was nothing wrong the other weeks. This week it was obvious. Frenchie, whose referee was alien this contest, did not see the foot on the rope. You caught it. You left the booth immediately, let everyone know what happened, and I'm happy to see you do that.
That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do. This is professional wrestling, you know, and when you see an injustice done, you got to stand up and say it. You got to get out there and voice your opinion. Unlike some people that I know that don't do that.
Well, right now, Mark,
they just stand there and look at it. They accept it. They
all right. I get it, Tom.
Oh, you get me so mad.
I'm sorry, Mark Shurman. Now he was having the advantage, and Mathews moved out of the way. Now looking for a schoolboy roll-up. Only at 2.
Oh, that was close.
It was close. I almost lost my life from you. But Shurman now with a Polish hammer right into the face.
Oh my goodness. He better go check his teeth when he gets back in that dressing room, I'll tell you that.
Only 2, though, from referee Frenchie. But look at this, Shurman getting very frustrated. You know, he controlled this contest throughout. One little miscue, almost got pinned, and now he's making Mathews pay for it. Shurman trying to find a way to turn over Mathews for a cover. Only at 2 once again. You know, Mark Shurman is a big man, and he's definitely demonstrating his ability in the ring. However, Mathews is showing a lot of heart. So
you know, Mathews is very deceiving. He's not such a small guy. He may not be ripped, but he's a pretty big guy. I would say weight-wise, he's about the same as Shurman.
I would agree, actually. I think he might actually have a height or two, an inch or two under Mark Shurman. But, you know, and Mathews is showing a lot of heart. And Shurman just tosses him down to the canvas once again. Now sticking it to him with a rear chin lock, trying to choke the life out of Pat Mathews.
He's not giving.
Mathews trying to fight out of it, though. And I do give Mathews a lot of heart. You know, over the past several months here with NWA On Fire, he keeps fighting. He never surrenders. Back elbow.
Another one.
Shurman getting rocked here with some back elbow.
Another one. Oh, that one got him. Look at this. Oh, flying elbow right to the chops.
Mathews now
big side leg swipe.
Insugure from Mathews. Now drop kicking Shurman off his feet. I don't think the short thing knows where he is.
No, he doesn't. Not right now.
Mathews has springboarded up.
Oh, my goodness, my goodness.
Splash Mountain from Mathews. Only 2.
That was 2 3/4, John.
What a fantastic contest we have to open up this week's edition of NWA On Fire. Mathews now trying to fire himself, trying to psych himself up. Can he get the job done?
Oh, right into that turnbuckle.
Behind that pad is solid steel, so Shurman got no justice done to the knob.
Across the ring goes Shurman. Up and over. Oh, big high leg. Oh, big backdrop.
Shurman begging for mercy. He's begging Frenchie to
stop
look,
it was the referee in between them.
Oh, come on, Shurman. Shurman just hit him low. Diving reverse DDT with a lift. That's a sure thing.
Yeah, I know it's a sure thing, but you see the way he won that, don't you? You see the